Well, we are back here at Oman Cricket Academy for one more encounter of the day, which is remain to be seen. That is the clash that I'm talking about. Is Bahrain taking on Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia looking for those 2 points. They haven't opened their account in the victory side, whereas Bahrain seems to be really getting ready for that big stage. Maybe eyeing for one more victory with a slight bit of a good net run rate, and they will be through. As we just witnessed a great game of cricket earlier between Oman and Canada, and this is how the point tables would be looking. There you go. It's Oman who is struggling, but they are still at number two. But it is the 2 point. If Bahrain gets it here, they'll be through at number two, and Saudi Arabia, if they get somehow this 2 point, and Oman would be praying and cheering for Saudi Arabia to win this game. What a exciting tournament we are having here. Canada is pretty much relaxed with 10 points. They just lost one game throughout the tournament so far, and they have remained unbeaten truly. What a clinical performance yet again. Another one. Brilliant. So all right, here we've got all set at the sidelines where we'll have a toss with Suhas Vedam, who's alongside two captains.
Toss time at the beautiful Oman Cricket Academy. It's going to be Bahrain taking on Saudi Arabia. The captains have arrived over here. Bahrain skipper, it's Sarfaraz Ali, the captain of Saudi Arabia. We have Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, and in between them is the match referee, Mr. Jeevan Amanna, who will oversee the toss. The coin will go up now as Sarfaraz will give it a spin. Number is the call. And it's Khanjar. Sarfaraz, आप टॉस जीत गए हैं, क्या करना चाहेंगे?
बैट फर्स्ट।
पिछले मैच के बाद काफी सीख मिली होगी आपको?
बहुत ज़्यादा है। हमारा जो रन रेट कम हो गया है, तो इसलिए बैट फर्स्ट करें। हमारा लास्ट मैच है लीग का, क्रूशल है।
कोई तब्दीली टीम में?
वन चेंज is Sachin is drop and Shikdar is come. Yeah, Shikdar Bilal and one Imran is drop. Shahid is come back. बैटिंग करना चाहिए, बैटिंग।
और आखिरी सवाल ये है कि कितना अच्छा टोटल रहेगा यहाँ पे, क्योंकि आप पहली बैटिंग कर रहे हैं। हमने अक्सर देखा है कि टॉस जीत के बॉलिंग चुना जाता है यहाँ पे खासकर, तो बैटिंग में आप कितनी टोटल चाहते हैं?
बैटिंग में जितना तकरीबन 200 प्लस जितना टारगेट होगा उतना एवरेज में अच्छा आएगा हमारे लिए। 200 मैच।
All the very best.
थैंक यू।
Abdul, what would you have done had you won the toss?
We will go for a ball first. Yeah, today.
So the toss is redundant for you. You're playing for pride, isn't it? So how important is this contest for you from that angle?
Definitely, actually, as we said, like every day is a new day, and we have to learn from our mistakes. So day by day, the boys are learning well. Still, we are fighting for our we are trying to play our natural game, but a couple of mistakes has been happened. So I would say like we are learning in stage, but we will improve inshallah in future.
It's been a great tournament for you. What's the biggest learning for you in this learning curve?
Definitely, we are playing against a good teams. They are almost playing in World Cup qualifying. But however, we know our mistakes and we are working on it. But I would say like if we if we would play like these kind of tournaments, more tournaments in next year, so we'll definitely go for good tournaments in the future.
And finally, what's a good total on a track of this kind? Because you're watching it very closely.
Yeah, actually, we will go for a ball first today. The reason why, because it's a win-win situation for the other team. So we will take that by advantage, and we'll restrict them in 140, lower than 140. That's what we will be in our mind.
All the best for this one.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the news from here is the fact that Bahrain have won the toss and they want to bat first.
Well, all right. It is all in readiness. We just had the toss, where Bahrain winning the toss and electing to bat first. Now that is something surprising, call, and we have here the two teams line up here, as mentioned earlier by the skipper of Bahrain, Sarfaraz Ali. They are making a way for Sikdar Billah, who's coming and playing his first game. Danish J Snake, Shahid Mahmood, Muhammad Bhatt, Imran Javed, Satya Veeraparathriyan, Haider Ali, David Matthias, Sohail Ahmed, Ahmed bin Nasir, Sarfaraz Ali, the captain of Bahrain. They complete the 11 and looking very solid. They want to put some runs on board, and on the receiving end, it is Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, the captain of Saudi Arabia, alongside his boys Irfan Sarfaraz, Faisal Khan, Zain Abidin, Atif ur Rahman. He's making comeback into the side. He was dropped in the last game. Hasib Ghafoor, the same wicket keeper. Ishtiyaq Ahmed has given them a very good start in the last encounter as well. Irshad Mubashir, Kashif Siddiqui, his runs is due. Saad Khan and Usman Najib. So, no, a lot of is there the stakes for both the sides. Saudi Arabia would be looking to restrict Bahrain under 140. That's what the captain says at the toss, and it is David Matthias who's on strike. Is continuing his game as an opener today as well, and alongside him, it's the captain of Bahrain. The regular pair for Bahrain as an opening, they haven't changed, Sarfraz, but now this man got a rest in the last encounter. Atif ur Rahman, just quickly jumping back in the com box with me. It is Suhas Vedam. Welcome, Suhas. You've been closest to the umpire, the captains. So what do you think? Is it a right call to bat first?
I think it's been taken with one thing in mind, that is to up the net run rate as much as possible. And remember, the toss happened while the other game was also going on, isn't it? It sometimes happened like that as well. So you don't know. As far as Bahrain's concerned, they have to be very closely looking at the net run rate point at this point. 41 years of age for Sarfraz Ali, the captain. 550s for him, 163 the strike rate. Best of 69 not out. He hasn't been his best in this tournament, let's just face it. One good half century. He needs to come good and lead the side in a fashion that is very flamboyant. And that's what they're expecting from him. And here comes the man who is a king of swing in Saudi Arabia.
First ball and in swinger to start with. Beautiful delivery, hitting the deck hard. Atif ur Rahman trying to put his mark. Saudi Arabia had never been, slaughtering when it comes to the new ball bowling. They have got a brilliant start. Just the start they want with the new ball, but it's just that middle over or the end of the overs that's been a concern for bowling department of Saudi Arabia, isn't it?
Middle over bowling can definitely improve. But I think there have been games where death bowling has cost them a lot of runs. Because they picked up early wickets but not contained. Lovely swing from Atif once again. David Keelan-Mathai is watchful.
Yeah, brilliant bowling, and that's how you need to be. Onto the ears of the batters, you need to put some energies, some strategies, playing some mind games with the batters. The boys of Saudi Arabia, they need to really back up each other despite getting 5 defeats. It just takes one good game to get those 2 important points. Oh, that was in a rage, and the ball is travelling towards the fence. Well, that's the delivery which Atif wanted to bowl and might have got closest towards the stumps, but nevertheless, Bahrain will open their account. So as David.
Not convincing, but a run for David Keelan-Mathai. Finds himself with the no strikers in. A lot of time to think about that shot as well, with the ball moving. Huge gap between bat and pad. Sarfraz Ali for the first time in the game. Very swashbuckling cricketer. Loves to throw his bat around, and when he connects, boy, does the ball stay hit. Lets this one go. Very watchful. Good short ball. And well-planned short ball by Atif.
Perfect delivery to bowl a new batter, especially to the captain who's quite tall and likes to go hard at it. Atif must be thinking that he'll go from the ball 1 and might have been the better plan to get that top edge. It's that kind of day. The early in the inning, you're not just properly settled, or you can play that across the line.
You don't want to play across the line. Oh, that was a wonderful delivery. That slight appeal was because there was a sound of the bat hitting the ground and not the ball. That's a good delivery. First testing him with a short ball, a bouncer perhaps, and then this one. Your footwork, it's very important, isn't it? For a short ball, you're preparing differently when you don't know it's going to be a short ball and suddenly it is.
But it's an art. To have the balance on the footwork plays a huge role in your stroke making. You need to be right in the balance. Final delivery. And that has been hit straight to the fielder. Not sweet timing on it. And that would be a dot ball to finish the over. Very good over from Atif. And it's 1 for none.
One without a wicket of the first over. Ishtiaq. Lovely pace, excellent swing. Not too far away from the outside edge of the bat. Very late swing as well. And there's some movement after pitching as well, Abid. He's got the makings of a terrific bowler, Ishtiaq.
Yeah, despite he was not having his partner the previous game, Atif, but he's done well. He's got 7 wickets in 7 encounters with 7 economy. A lot of 7s in that number.
Risky. Had that hit, the captain would have run all the way to the pavilion. David Matthias had played the shot, but not quite sure if he had committed to the run. But the captain, Sarfaraz Ali, wanted to take that single, even though it went straight to the fielder. Abdul Ghaffar, the captain of Saudi Arabia, missed it. Had that been a direct hit, would have been a big blow for Bahrain.
He was miles away. He was miles away there. The bowler had to cover the stumps. He could have taken the bails off. That would have been a big blow to Team Bahrain.
This time it is a single indeed. It's a 6th delivery perhaps that David Matthias has faced. And he hasn't connected yet, Abid. But again, we've seen the kind of player that he can be with that 63 versus Kuwait as well. But he needs to come good, and there couldn't be a better game than this to come good.
Well, indeed. That's the right way to do that. You take your time, but the problem here is David Keelan was trying to hit that ball too hard so that you were having hard time to get the singles. So if you're intending to go for singles, you need to play it slightly slower. Maybe it's a power play where he will try to get the boundary as well.
Back of the hand, gets the elevation to Sarfaraz Ali. What a way to open the account. That is exactly why he's known as a swashbuckling cricketer.
Well, indeed, that ball was there to be hit. And he's been treated as it deserved. Full in the length and easy picking. Ishtiaq made a mistake there, bowling full toss. Well, you don't do that against this man. He'll smash you, as simple as that. This man believes in boundaries. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain of Bahrain.
5 of this over so far. Ishtiaq has missed his mark, otherwise he's a good bowler. Just throwing his bat at it this time. Sarfaraz Ali wasn't fully committed to the shot. He hasn't really come down to the pitch of the ball to do some gardening. He's quite content with whatever is being offered to him. He wants to hit the ball very hard.
That's the one way or the other to make a comeback. Yes, this is better. Some movement, some bounce, exceptional delivery there from Ishtiaq.
And is by far the quickest that we've seen today. And I'm talking about a day where Kalimullah and Bilal were also in operation. This one's flung off the bat. 6 all the way. And because it comes quickly out of his hand, it also disappears quickly if he gets it wrong. 2 gone, 12 for no loss.
Rana.
12 without a wicket after 2 overs. Atif. What a delivery! Middle stump is a thing of past. The gate is open. David Keelan Matthias has missed a straight ball. Atif has announced his arrival of the second over in the perfect way possible, with the perfect sound possible of timber.
Knocked him out with a beautiful delivery. Well, it cannot get any better. Perfect seam position, and it disappeared when Matthias wanted to drive that one. Gets the middle stump uprooted, and a long walk for David Keelan. He's gone for 2, facing 7 deliveries. It's a first blade has been drawn. Bahrain loses first, 12 for 1.
12 for 1 in 2.1. And out comes the 33-year-old Imran Anwar. 50s, a couple of them. And 135 is a great strike rate indeed. Best of 66. And will start in the fashion that he knows the best. What a good hit. One bounce into the fence. There isn't a better delivery to start as a batter too. The world has turned around for Atif in a matter of 1 ball. A perfect delivery followed by a poor one.
Well, he's having a very, very close look to his below. And look at that. Stand and deliver. Just a punch straight down the ground. Lofted in the air. He's not afraid of it. Despite he's just lost his partner there. He's replacing, and first ball smashed it. What a way to get off the mark. Well, I tell you, if that is the result from this willow, you really don't need to change it.
I think he was expecting it to go the distance. It's got a tape. It's got the tape required at the right places. One way or the other. Sometimes you don't require a willow to score runs. He's come back for the second. Good running between the wickets as well, between Imran Javed and Sarfaraz Ali. Oops, he is overstepped. Atif has overstepped. The cardinal sin for the pace bowler continues. It started with a wicket. This over started with a wicket, but that's not the story for the entire over. Followed by a boundary, then 3 runs without a ball being counted. And it's going to be a free hit as well to a man who treated the first ball anyways like a free hit.
Well, it's just to add some salt to the injury. He's overstepped that. The ball going to the leg side. It was swung yards. It's a free hit to follow. A little bit of a punishment there for the bowler. There you go, free hit.
Misses out on that one. Again, wanting to throw his bat at it. He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful of that last minute hop that he did in frustration.
And also, Imran Javed stands a lot towards his own side. Cross wicket, it always stamps. And I don't know what he's looking in that willow. But I tell you, the moment it hits it, it stays a hit. It's written on it. Boundary of the 6. And now the captain of Bahrain is on a strike. It's Atif Rahman, who's who bowls these in-swingers so good. We have seen one of the brilliant delivery that just swung in and uprooted the middle stump. Can he do it again? That's what he's looking for. He's got away with it. The free hit gone only for a single.
Oh, that was a slower delivery, but he's picked the bones out of this one. Boundary for 4. Excellent boundary. You don't want the boundary ropes to be as far as they look, but Sarfaraz Ali has other ideas.
Well, it was the only first delivery shot that he did not negotiate with it, but the rest of the shortland deliveries has been punished absolutely. That's a better way to play. Some uppercut, beautifully done, Sarfaraz Ali, and he's standing as he haven't done anything. He's playing with 200 strike rate, and that's what he does.
Atif, he's got to reconsider his plans here because Sarfaraz Ali has turned the definition of a boundary around. Got him! Atif has decided to target the base of the stumps once again and succeeded. Incredible. This man knows how to dismantle furniture like this.
Well, he started with a wicket, and it seems to be that he'll continue picking up. That's a double strike in the over, and nothing better side than any fast bowler can have. Seeing the stump getting uprooted. One more wicket for this man. What a delivery. There you go. The captain departs. He scores 14 of 8, 24 for 2. Well, 2 wickets down already. For Bahrain, they'll be under pressure. Those are 2 big wickets. Both the openers has departed, but this man has a habit of sticking around. He's got a average of 17 and a half, best of 28. That was the last night when he stayed unbeaten, and he's almost hosted every his partner in the center.
Final delivery of the over. This one did take the edge but doesn't carry. What an eventful over this has been. We've seen a couple of boundaries and a couple of wickets as well on either side. 3 gone, 24 for 2.
Yeah, accordingly.
"24 for 3. Ishtiyaq went for 11 in his first over, but still showed promise with pace and bounce. Needs to curtail the length that he's bowling. If he can get that right, he's in for wickets too.
Well, the gentleman is out. Now he can bowl short maybe. That didn't bounce much, but it's bang on the center of the wicket. I'm not sure Imran gets that hit. He got away, got hurried on him. And at the same time, this is a brilliant start. Look at that, this delivery.
A brilliant start indeed. Just followed the batter, cut him down for room. Yusuf tried his best there to get the throw in at the right time.
Yeah, away from.
And also, it's been the case that the bowler, after hitting the deck, has gone straighten up. So yes, a lot still in this surface for bowlers.
Absolutely. And I'm really glad that the wicket's behaving this way. We're going to have another crunch game, if that's the case. We'll get that single. Amr bin Nasir, and open his account with that as well. Imran Javed back on strike. Now, Amr bin Nasir, you have history on him. You were telling me a wonderful story about him. Go for it.
Well, yes, definitely. He comes with a very strong background of cricket. His elder brother, Said bin Nasir, has been a big name in the domestic region of Pakistan, and he's also been picked in one tour in 2003 and 2004 if against Bangladesh. But he didn't get a game there, though. But he's been a very, very senior member of domestic of Pakistan. This is splice of the bat. That turns out to be held, and that's a wicket. Ishtiyaq strikes. Third wicket going down. All sorts of the trouble for Bahrain.
Bahrain trying to go too hard, looking at the net run rate aspect of this game, and in the process are losing wickets and losing main members. Imran Javed's he's played a shot that he's not going to be proud of ever. Too early into it. It's a nothing shot and a simple catch. And as Abid pointed out, Ishtiyaq never looked too far away from a wicket with the way he was bowling anyway. He strikes as Imran Javed departs for 7, 26 for 3. Imran Javed departs for 7 with a strike rate of 140, and that's why he's dangerous as well. But he's not going to play a part with a bat in hand anymore in this game. 26 for 3. Mr. Dependable Sohail's come out to bat. And this is why he's Mr. Dependable as well. An average of 244. That's because we're calculating the games that he's played in this one. 350s and a strike rate of 162.6. Incredible batting indeed. And he's got to bail his team out of a situation before he starts to free his arms and play the way that he usually does. 26 for 3, Bahrain in all sorts of trouble. Good delivery. I just love the lines that he's bowling, Ishtiyaq.
Well, if you're just noticing that it's getting that straight up after pitching, he's angling it for the in-swinger, and then ball gets the straighter and gets that extra bounce as well, which just got big on Imran Javed, who just departed there and made a place for Sohail Ahmed. Now, Sohail Ahmed is someone who's also played some first-class cricket in Pakistan back home for Islamabad. Again, a big name there.
Tells you the quality that's on offer here. Only Ishtiyaq heard something. Ishtiyaq was hallucinating an outside edge because he knew that this would be a crucial juncture indeed to pick up another wicket. Wasn't too far away from the bat actually. He's playing too far away from the body there.
Well, yet again, impressive performance from the fast bowler, Ishtiyaq and Atif, and the company of this fast bowlers that Saudi Arabia has. They always deliver with the new ball. The concern is, as we were talking about, later part of the innings. When coming to death overs, they get smashed for some runs. But 3 aggressor has been back in the hut now. That's some relief for Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely, 3 members who know how to play a bigger innings are back in the hut. And out of the 2 teams, the teams that have been tested the most in this tournament has been Saudi Arabia. Yes, the results haven't gone in their favor, but they've been tested a lot. And today Bahrain are being tested. End of the over. 4 gone, 27 for 3. Usman Najib, 27 years of age. For his 5 wickets that he's taken, he's played 4 matches. That's a decent economy of 7.5. Again, very quick in the air.
Well, absolutely. They got a brilliant fast bowling department there. Usman Najib bowled exceptionally well the other day when Atif Rahman was not available. He's come up with a new bowl, and he does this time as well.
Slip in place, but why do you need a slip in? Once again, it's going to be the middle stump lying dead. Usman's borrowed a leaf out of Atif's book, and it looks like the book needs subscription in every library of cricket.
What a ball, what a delivery. That has been the case here. Every time the bowler comes and uproots the stumps. This one, the middle one he targeted and he gets it out. Look at that. There was absolutely nothing between the stumps and Usman Najib. Sohail will feel himself discarded here. What a performance. First delivery gets the danger man out. The Mr. Consistent departs. Sohail Ahmed by scoring only 1 run. Some concern for Bahrain. 27 for 4. What a start, Saudi Arabia.
Danish Jasnaik comes to the middle. Strike rate of 66, but of course we don't have big enough a sample size to be trusting that. Wide ball signaled. What a good delivery that was. First delivery, Usman. There wasn't any warm-up delivery or anything. Right on the money.
Well, imagine the confidence you carry through when you bowl that first delivery. Absolutely unplayable. The batter was stunned there. Sohail Ahmed could not understand what really went wrong.
Bahrain have added too much pressure. They put too much pressure on themselves because of the net run rate factor that they are also playing. They're playing 2 things here. They're playing two different opponents. They're playing Saudi Arabia and they're playing the net run rate.
Well, I tell you what, that the home side will never leave the ground because they'll keep a close eye on this match as well. That kind of a tournament we have here. 2 slips in for the new man. Now tell me, what better attacking strategy? Oh, he gets another jeffer. Beautiful delivery.
And if he continues to bowl like this, he'll add to this particular package. Atif started it off by disturbing timber more often than not. Then a miscued shot brought the end of Imran Javed, and what a good delivery by Usman. First ball, middle stump lying dead. There isn't a better start that you can ask for as a pace bowler. Yorker nailed.
He's still asking the questions outside off to the left-hander. Mohammad Danish is looking very tense there. The way Usman is bowling exceptionally well. He's just taking that enough swing away from the left-hander. Well, those are really difficult deliveries to play.
He's bowled a wide and that's the only run conceded in the over as well. Off the bat, nothing. And the ball's not swinging haywire, to be honest with you, but they've got the balls in the right areas by nailing the Yorkers, by nailing the lengths.
Well, he winked before bowling this one. Yeah, the slower one. There is always a strategy amongst all the teams they put aside.
You're telling me there's more scored within this? Look at this over, the way it's panned out. Usman started off with this beauty. Sohail is finding himself back in the pavilion. Then a poor delivery, of course, that he made up for it with the right channel thereafter. This is why the captain's given him 2 slips as well. He's too close to the bat. Wonderful delivery. That was a slower ball Yorker. Everything perfect except for that one wide delivery, and the way he's come back, it's been a treat to watch indeed. 3 runs of the over and a wicket. What a fantastic period of play this has turned out to be. It's an ITW Pro G and TPD 360 production. And Ishtiyaq continues to breathe fire. Edged but will fall short. Change in voices here. We've got Mikhail Vaswani and Shoaib Ahmed in the comm box.
Thank you, Suhas. What a time to come into the commentary box, knowing that Saudi Arabia have done a remarkable job. This after they were asked to field first. They've accounted for 4 early wickets. Bahrain never been in the situation, and fair to say, this by far has been the best start by Saudi when bowling. Again, missing the edge. They've induced that delivery so many times. This surface certainly has something in it for the Pacers. We saw it in the previous game as well. Amar Khalid, Kalimullah, everyone coming good. Good evening, Shoaib.
Good evening, Mikhail. What a start to the innings from Saudi Arabia, and the fast bowlers have just come to the fore in some fashion.
Down the leg. They've been guilty of just straying down the leg on a couple of occasions, but I've just liked the way they've made full use of the conditions. They've got that white ball to move around. They've held their catches, spring in their feet. They've played as a cohesive unit. They're chirpy in the field. I was standing by the balcony alongside you some time back, and I could literally see them all converging to the bowler, the fielders backing each other, cheering each other. These are great signs for the Saudi team.
Oh, another peach of a delivery from Ishtiyaq. Just the right length. And they've been peppering that good length area time and time again. Oh yes, absolutely. They're playing like a unit, a close-knit unit. And we know this is a team sport. You need to play together. You need to gel well together. And that was on display here at Oman Cricket Academy. Troubled times for Bahrain, who won the toss and surprisingly decided to bat first. What do you make of that call?
In the slip, straight away taken. He's induced the edge. He missed it on a couple of occasions, but Ishtiyaq gets his man. He was flirting with danger, Mohammad Danish, and finally, you've got to give credit to the captain Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, who has persisted with a slip and has been rewarded.
Well, this time he goes full, gets that late movement in the air, Ishtiyaq, and that edge straight to the fielder at slip. What a wicket. They've created that wicket in the process, and Ishtiyaq has got another wicket to his name. Bahrain have lost 5 of their top order batters, half the team back in the hut, and the trouble continues. 32 for 5.
And I'll tell you what, this scoreboard will not just delight a Saudi fan, but an Oman cricket fan as well. That's because Oman will be having a close eye, will be keeping a close eye on this game. In comes Haider Ali, a best of 62 strike rate of 122, but at the moment he needs to arrest the slide. It's a procession in the middle at the moment. Batters coming in and walking out in quick succession for Bahrain. And oh boy, what a performance by Saudi Arabia this evening. Let it go. I let it go. That's been a little too hard on the bowler. But certainly Oman, who lost out to Canada earlier in the day, well, their hopes now hinge on this match. If Bahrain goes down to Saudi Arabia, then Oman is well and truly in to the final as well, because they have a very good net run rate. They'll be on even points with Bahrain, but their net run rate is much better. This is turning out to be an absolute dramatic circumstance here for two teams involved.
Edged in again, very close to the fielder there at second slip. Well, dealing in edges, Bahrain, they have struggled to get bat to ball. When they miss, the stumps are shattered. When they try to play, the edges go flying towards the slip fielders. So everything happening for Saudi Arabia. And as you mentioned, in the process, Oman, who was struggling to get into the top two, if Saudi wins this game, look at that, just didn't carry. Very close to that fielder, Mikhail.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again, because I felt the fielder was a little slow to get down as the ball was dying on him. Nevertheless, great bowling here by Ishtiaq. Again in the air. You needed few more slips. You needed the third and fourth as well. Ishtiaq is creating opportunities. The batter is unable to negate him, and this has been a top effort by Ishtiaq. Brilliant performance by Saudi Arabia. Half the side in the dugout. Bahrain after 6 are 35 for 5.
That's the first 6 overs. Sarfaraz did get a few hits and looked good and dangerous. But then the wickets, when they start coming in clusters, and that was no different tonight as well. Sarfaraz was looking to go and accelerate, and in the process perished because of a peach of a delivery from Atif, and then came in Ishtiaq, who joined the party. Usman also getting a wicket. That middle stump being uprooted of a man who was in form, Sohail Ahmed, and that was the last wicket to fall, number 5. So that highlights package is more of a wickets package in this game, and Saudi are all over Bahrain in that first 6 overs.
Oh yes, Shoaib, certainly Saudi Arabia have been all over Bahrain in the first 6 overs. There again Usman on target, a quick single towards mid-wicket. Even as Bahrain look to rebuild, Saudi will be eager to polish off the remaining 5.
Yes, they can't allow a partnership here. They need to be attacking. They need to continue to attack and try and get those fielders in catching positions. Usman has bowled well. They will continue with the fast bowlers, because as we mentioned and as we saw in the first game as well, the fast bowlers did get a lot of bounce off the wicket. 3 wickets for Ammar Khalid, 3 wickets for Kalimullah, 3 for Rafiullah as well. So the fast bowlers are ruling the roost here tonight at Oman Cricket Academy.
And what I really liked about the captaincy by Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, he's attacked. He has a slip in place in the 7th over. His bowlers are just inducing the edges, drawing the batters forward. And that white ball under lights on the surface has certainly asked questions. Look at that batting card. Sarfaraz looked to go big, but he departed. Only one batter going to double score, double digits. David 2, Imran 7, Amar batting on 5, Sohail 1, Danish 1 and Heather on 2. So only one batter reaching double figures, and that's been the story. It's been a bowling show tonight.
And the Yorker comes in, a darting one, an inch perfect Yorker from Usman. They have mixed their lines and lengths well, and that has been a concern for Bahrain. They haven't been able to adapt to that fast bowling battery of Saudi Arabia. This one again, a peach of a delivery coming in from Usman.
Just enjoy the way this battle between bat and ball has tilted more towards the bowlers today, because we know the nature of surfaces in the Oman Cricket Academy show. We've seen scores of 190 plus, 200 plus, last night 220, and to see 37 for 5, the bowlers will want to believe there's some juice in it for them as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. There are no two ways about that. It's a quick run being taken between Emmer and Heather. You're spot on, and we saw that earlier on in the first innings itself. We saw how Jatinder got hit in the ribs and how that ball was getting some extra bounce when Amar Khalid was bowling. Immediately, a good captain would understand and assess the conditions and play according to those conditions. And I think overall tonight Saudi Arabia have got a pitch that favors their bowlers, and they have taken advantage of that.
Yes, talking about the previous game, Canada as well were 20 for 3 at one stage, very early in the innings. Oh, that's wrapped on the pads, but the height could have been the factor over here. But Usman, in his second over as well, has looked very threatening. This is pace bowling of the very highest quality. They have bowled in the right channels, picked the perfect lengths. Look at that once again. Height factor coming into the equation there.
Well, Bahrain will have to think about how they can come back in this game. Oh, direct hit? No. That was never a run. They wanted a single. Denied by Heather. 39 for 5 after 7.
Three bowlers used so far, and they've done the bulk of the damage. Atifur Rahman 2 for 13 for him, Ishtiaq Ahmed 2 for 18, and Usman Najib 1 for 5. Each bowler who's come into bowl has been amongst wickets, and look at the fall of wickets: 12, 24, 26, 27, 32. It's been in quick succession that wickets have fallen, and you've got to give credit to Saudi Arabia. And after all the trouble the seam and swing bowlers caused, it's time for some slow left-arm orthodox. Zain Abidin comes in, 4 wickets for him, an economy of 7.
Yes, spin bowling being introduced into the attack. Zain will be interesting to see if he can get some turn. The only way he can actually expect some turn is if he can bowl and flight the ball, bowl and give a lot of air on the delivery. Will be interesting what pace he chooses to bowl at, Mikhail.
Wonderful start to his over, on target.
A good start to the over from Zain, and I would have loved to see a slip in place. They are already 5 wickets down. Make him flight the ball, drive, make the batter drive the deliveries and try and extract an edge. Quicker in the air this time, played towards mid-wicket. Now, how important is this game for Oman? They would be rooting and cheering and wishing and hoping and praying that Saudi Arabia wins this game, not only for themselves but also for Oman, because for Oman to qualify it is imperative that Saudi beat Bahrain here and beat Bahrain by a good margin. That too is also important. I think Saudi Arabia is going to do a big favor tonight if they win this game, and Oman, we know they are great in hospitality. There you see Oman and Canada, both the teams are having dinner together, but right now their focus will be less on the food on the plate and more on the action in the outfield.
Yes, the hunger to win, as they'll be eyeing this, keeping a close eye on this game between Saudi and Bahrain. Came very close to winning that game against Canada, missed out. Nicely bowled. He's found a very good rhythm here. Zain Abidin just keeping it on middle and off. Little watchful here, little circumspect. Aymar. Bin Nasser, he's consumed 12 deliveries for his 6 runs. And quite obviously that's because 5 batters are back in the dugout.
Walks on the back foot, straight to the fielder at mid-wicket, and that's another wicket. Well, Zen says if the fast bowlers can do what they are doing, I can get a wicket as well. Bahrain have not failed to find the fielders and play the ball straight into their hands. Ahmed bin Nasir on this occasion perishes, and that's the 6th wicket down for Bahrain.
Very lucky there, Zain Abidin. That was a half-tracker, was meant to be punished but couldn't get on top of this, and gives it straight to the fielder, the only fielder deployed inside the circle on the onside. Catch is taken. Nasser departs. He walks out for 6 in 13. It's 40 for 6 in the 8th for Bahrain. What a match this is turning out to be. Saudi Arabia have come with different plans. A best of 33 here for Sikdar Billah. 71 runs in 7 games, but his strike rate certainly is catching our attention, 142. But tonight his role will be slightly different. He'll have to pretty much bail his team out of trouble, besides getting the big runs in quick time as well. Huge task for the lower middle order of Bahrain.
Well, they're tottering at 40 for 6, and this is a desperate situation for Bahrain. Nobody would have expected, after winning the toss, deciding to bat first, they'll be at 40 for 6 at the end of the 8th. And that is what cricket is, isn't it?
Excellent bacha, excellent bacha, excellent bacha.
It's an ITW Prod GTPT 360 production, coming to you live into your living rooms and through our various networks in your territories. Meanwhile, a change in bowling. Everything has worked for Wahid Abdul Ghaffar. He's used 4 bowlers and all 4 of them have taken a wicket. And now it's Irfan who's been introduced into the attack. A little bit of off spin. What a night Saudi Arabia is happening. They saved the best for the last, should I say. But can they finish it off in style? Can they go back with a victory? Of course, they have a game tomorrow as well. But can they make this a memorable night? They have been at the receiving end in this tournament so far. But here is an opportunity they will not want to miss. Heather, 2 in 6. Sikdar has just walked in.
Come on, come on, come on. Shabash, shabash, shabash.
That's what's happened with the fall of wickets. The batters are not sure about the shot making. That was a scoring opportunity. Heather plays it back to the bowler.
Come on, boy. सामने नहीं आना ऐसे.
That was a Saudi player carrying some water for his fielders. Just came in front of the batter. Down the leg, swept, just a little bit of swivel. Looking for the second, they'll complete a couple of runs. Some momentum here for Bahrain. Tottering at 42 for 6. They won the toss, chose to bat first. And I'm afraid it may have backfired.
Well, I can say that it definitely backfired, looking at that score line. 42 for 6. They wouldn't have expected that as a score at the time of the toss.
Oh, what's it? Excellent, boy.
Unreal scenes here. Unbelievable bowling from Saudi Arabia, and they continue to take wickets as the struggle continues for Bahrain.
Yes, that bowling card will certainly exude a lot of confidence. This time he punches it straight to cover. It was short and wide. They've just not been able to find the gaps, pierce the field. Everything has gone to the fielders, even the catches. That kind of a night for Bahrain. And for Saudi Arabia, well, they've got everything right so far.
Quicker and just a gentle nudge. He's played that late with a lot of intent. Irshad will have to cut that off. Does well to keep them for 2.
Excellent, shabash, well fielding boy, shabash.
Very important passage of play for both the teams. One can tilt the momentum in their favor, and the other team, which is the fielding side, can close it to their liking. Again, just tries to place it down to third. Steal a quick single. So an over that will be really helpful for Bahrain, as many as 5 runs coming off it. And the last boundary happened 35 deliveries ago. 9 gone, it's 45 for 6.
Mazaplay.net Desert Cup 20 T20 International Series broadcast and streaming partners: Fan Code, Sports Eye, Atrangi, Ullu, Ultra, Willow TV, Jio Super in Pakistan, and the Jio app in India. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production. As in comes Zain, who was successful in the first over. Gave away just a single. This one has been played straight down the ground. Nicely played by Haider Ali. How does he play with the tail of Bahrain? That is the question. He definitely can bat. Looking at the way he has scored those 8 runs, has been very sensible, composed, and has got the right technique as well. But he's losing partners from the other end. Very difficult to bat in such situation.
Absolutely, especially when you know you're batting with a low order now. That's something that he'll have to keep in mind. Nicely driven. He's off the mark with a single. Time since the last boundary is around 38 deliveries. That's around 6+ overs, which means to say that even in the power plays, they failed to get going with boundaries, and that's where the entire problem began for Bahrain.
Well, to be honest, I think the credit has to go to Saudi Arabia and the bowlers, the way they bowled, and they, like we mentioned, they used that wicket to their advantage. It was not easy to score runs. Oh, that's quicker, and somehow Haider Ali's got some bat onto it. He was right in front of the stumps. Yes, now he's shadow practicing of going on the front foot, but on that occasion, he was way behind and very close to the stumps on the back foot. Just got his bat in time. There you see. Had that hit the pads, that would have been game, set and match for Haider Ali.
Again, trying to play that late down to third man. Very good effort. Certainly saved a few runs. But that's been their scoring area. Back of the wicket and a few singles inside the 30-yard circle. That's the dugout of Bahrain. Certainly some concerns, some serious faces as well.
Nicely played. Oh, that's a quick run. Will complete it comfortably in the end. Is that the end of the over? Looks like that, like it's the end of the over. No, not yet. Still a ball to go. 49 for 6 in the 10th over. The runs are okay. It's just that the wickets column is a concern for Bahrain.
और इधर हो थोड़ा सा
And a single it will be to end the over as well. 10 overs, it's drinks time and also time to think about the next 10, group together and find out a way out of this messy situation for Bahrain. 50 for 6 at the end of the 10th.
Shabash boys, Shabba boys, Shabba boys, Shabba boys.
At the halfway stage, Bahrain 50 for 6. I'm Suhas Vedam, joined by Abid. At 10 of 16 there, Haider Ali. And Sikdar Billah. He gets a game today. Faisal's been introduced into the attack to try and go for the kill. Turning it away from the right-hander there. And that'll be four. That's a sloppy work in the deep. Needed something better than that effort. Faisal Khan has his hands up in the air asking why. I thought it was a single all the way through.
Yeah, why me? Why on my bowling? That was very casual approach there. You should have hold it. The perfect weight is to bring your body behind the ball. A little bit of a cushion. Very first delivery from Faisal goes for 4.
Faisal Khan hasn't bowled much in this tournament. But today, the captain of Saudi Arabia is allowed to experiment a lot as well. Because he's got the opposition pinned down to 54 for 6.
Well, you don't do that when you're on the top of the game. He's played 17 games and picked up 4 wickets. That's because he doesn't get 4 overs quota every time.
The wrong one. Well read. Now, Saudi Arabia are a different side altogether when their two leg spinners bowling incredibly well. One is on your screen, of course, Faisal, and the other, the more regular, Yusuf. Imran Yusuf in the air for a brief moment. Abid has decided to play off the back foot as much as possible.
Well, that could be also a risky move at times, because if you mistime it, that might end up into the hand of the fielder standing at the backward point. It's the captain of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Ghaffar. That's a better way to do it. Glide it to the third and get to the other end. That should be the pattern when you're struggling to get to the other end. You need to play it much late, as much as you can.
Absolutely. And Sikdar Billah, he's no muck with the bat. 2 of 3 at the moment. He's played some cricket in Bangladesh. And of course, he's got a terrific half century versus the Bahrain Cricket Club when he was playing for the Indian Lions.
Oh, what was that delivery? Well, I'm sure due playing its part. Billah wants to, and his partner denies the call. End of 11. 58 for 6.
David Sarfaraz, Imran Emir, everyone failing today. Sarfaraz the only one to enter into 2 digits. Haider and Sikdar out there trying to stitch a partnership to provide some direction to this innings from Bahrain. And Sikdar Billah, as we talked about, he's got a half century under his belt against a brilliant opponent like BCC. So he does know how to bat indeed. And remember, he used to play for Strikers. Now, of course, for the Indian Lions. And if he's been drafted into the side, he'll also give you the handy overs. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3.
Yeah, you need an all-rounder. And I think it's a bright way to bring someone like Sikdar Billah in the side. Because it was Bahrain who asked for trouble by winning the toss, and they elected to bat first. They were going for another plan to get some points and then net run rate as well. But mind you, Saudi Arabia had a different plan altogether.
Perhaps Saudi Arabia is showing what they're capable of when they play without pressure. Or had that been a directed, I think it was a goner. He had given up midway.
Well, still, the call is there. Still, we need to wait. We are going upstairs to the third umpire. And it's keeper who thinks it is out, and the umpire just want to make sure. But I think, first look, that he might have made it. Yeah, it was in.
He had gone past the stumps, in fact. Now, again, direct hit, different story. Would have been caught shot.
Yeah,
And because the keeper was also falling away from the target that he eventually wanted to hit the ball to, it took a bit more time, allowing enough time for the batter to make it comfortably. Haider Ali 17 or 22. Important for him to ensure that Bahrain complete the allotted 20 overs with a bat in hand. They do not bundle out.
Well, those two lines resembles the two teams batting together and fielding. Green for Saudi Arabia, red for Bahrain. And it is green. It is green all the way. It has just turned in sharply. And Haider Ali having no clue about it and no answer to that brilliant delivery from Zain. He strikes. What a delivery.
Wanting to cut on the back foot, top of off stuff. This is what the coaches tell you all the time. Zain's kept it simple. He's hit the top of off. Another one bites the dust. Bahrain lose their 7th as Haider Ali departs for 17 or 23. 59 for 7. Veerapadiran comes to the middle. It's a similar delivery to what he bowled to Sikdar Billa just a moment ago.
Well, it is Saudi Arabia who's asking some serious questions to the batter of Bahrain. They're 7 down for 60. Well, you never know. The last man to get dismissed was Sikdar Billah, scoring only 4 of 6.
And this is how he got. Oh, well. Now, I'll tell you what. Haider Ali has all the rights in the world to stay put. And that's what he did. And this is why Sikdar Billah is back in the hut. He has cut the ball, but the ball just hit the top of off and came quicker than he anticipated. Zain, perfect and precise when it matters.
Well, he was a little late on that, and also you don't play a cut shot to the ball which is aims at stumps.
End of the over. At the end of 12, another successful over for Bahrain. Well, for Zain, and Bahrain are struggling at 7 wickets for 62 on the board. Now, Haider being the top scorer, 19 or 23, is providing some resistance to an otherwise very damp batting display. Bahrain losing 1 wicket after the other. The middle order completely collapsed. Satya can go for the big shots, but the situation is not allowing him to. Now these two batters, Haider Ali and Satya Veerapadiran, both of them have to ensure that Bahrain plays the allotted 20 overs, Abid.
Yeah, that should be the plan. Simple as that, Suhas. You don't really have to play any fancy shots or any big shot right now over here, because you need to reconstruct the inning. You really need to play deep. You need to take this innings deep. A little bit of a short of the length, and it has been punched really nicely there. It was Haider Ali who wanted to be honest to the non-striking end. He was looking for 2, but I think the stay of Haider Ali is more important than any other.
Yeah, he's a senior batter out there. That made lovely sound as it came off the bat. A bit of a misfield. And that should allow an extra run. What is it with Faisal and fielders over there? Every time he's come into ball, there has been a misfield in the same direction, same area.
And the same fielder as well. It is Atif ur Rahman. Well, that you expect from the fast bowlers. And not usually the greats, but apart from Jimmy Anderson.
Excellent, boy.
Nowadays, as we progress in the modern day cricket, we see a lot of fast bowlers being very good fielders.
That is absolutely true, Abid. Well, I think it's a fast bowler, Usman. I think, well, I'll tell you what. He just wants you to continue the conversation in the same direction, it feels.
Yeah.
Or there is too much due. There might be too much due. Fast bowler or a spinner, they might be due enough for the ball to slip through like a bar of soap.
Very casual there, Usman. Yeah, just bending late. I don't blame the due here. It was just lazy elegance there from the fielder. Just could not bend down on time.
Lazy, yes. Elegance, no. Oh, well. The bit of luck that Bahrain required in this game has come by eventually.
Yeah, that's what Faisal is asking. What is going on the field? It's always a drama when he comes in to bowl.
Every ball's been an event because of the fielders, not the bowler himself. This was a good delivery. Enough flight to induce that inside edge of Haider Ali.
And also one thing came onto my mind also. Faisal looks towards his feet before delivering the ball. It's just the last moment when he takes the jump, he stares at the batter.
Interesting. It reminds me of Paul Adams.
Yeah, very cautious with that front foot no ball maybe.
But Paul Adams wasn't looking at the batter while releasing as well. 7-8 runs of the over, 3 doubles in there, make it 9 with this one. Faisal completes another over, which is frustrating for him at the end of it. He needed a wicket, didn't he? 13 overs gone, 71 for 7. You might be watching it on your phones or on your televisions. It's an ITW Prodigy or TPT 360 production. Thanks to them, you're watching these lovely pictures of cricket indeed. 71 for 7 Bahrain.
Now the man who picked up 2 wickets, bowling his final over and is still bowling absolutely brilliant. Right on the money. He's asked the right question. It was just maybe slight bit of drifting down the leg.
This was self-correction from Zain. He went for the appeal and withdrew himself as soon as he saw the umpire. Rajamani smile. Zain's got 2 wickets. And there might be a third one. This was an opportunity indeed. Hasib knows. Zain could sense the third one coming to his plate.
Look at that. It just got big on him, hit him on the helmet.
It's not easy to take catches of this kind.
Indeed. If you are a keeper, you know better.
The Bahrain been lucky twice in the last 10 minutes. And what a good fight back this has been from Saudi Arabia. Entire tournament, they hung in there. The results were not going in their favor. And now they're clawing themselves back into this game. Even though it's the end of the road for them as far as this tournament's concerned. But it is a big message sent to the oppositions and all the sides in the world as well, that Saudi Arabia know how to fight back. What a good over this has turned out to be, Abid.
Well, indeed. This time he's given him a little bit of a room, wanting him to play the drive, inviting him. Yeah, that's what you were supposed to do earlier. That's what the bowler want you to do. Play and drive there on the offside. 4-dot balls on trot.
Good delivery.
Excellent, Dan. Excellent, Dan.
Almost a maiden over now. One more delivery of this kind and it shall be a maiden over. Zain will finish with figures of 10 for 2 in his 4 overs. What more can you ask from your spinner as a captain? Abdul Ghaffar would be mighty pleased with this effort.
Yeah, especially when there is a due in as well. You need to give some credit to bowlers.
Excellent point, Abid. Almost picking up his 3rd wicket. Every ball was a question unanswered. 14 overs gone. 71 for 7 Bahrain. (71 for 7 at the end of 14. Veerabhadran 2 of 3. He can use the long handle to provide the big finish, but they need stability before that, Bahrain. And Saudi Arabia have shown what a fight back looks like. 27 of 34. They never stop believing in themselves. And that's exactly why Haider Ali finds himself in 27 of 34. For anyone who's watched Haider Ali bat before, you'd be telling yourself, if he faces 30 deliveries, he'd come back with 70 at least. That's not the case today. quality bowling in the right areas. Perhaps a little bit of a blip, Abid, with the fielding effort of late, or due to the dew. That sounds good. But yeah, I think the spinners have done really well despite the dew. Zain in particular. What do you feel?
Picked up on the onside. That will raise away. That will little bit ease the pressure on Bahrain. 4 runs and much needed from Haider Ali's willow.
This is vintage Haider Ali. That's a poor delivery as well from Irshad. And he accepted the invite to go in that direction. Behind square, no one there. Boundary collected.
And at the toss, it was the captain of Saudi Arabia who said that they want to restrict the team Bahrain below 140. This seems to be on a card there.
Mohammad Hisham.
Excellent boy, shabash.
Well, they believe is it's kind of the day for the spinners, whereas their spinners has got them the regular wicket, and by doing so they might get a bit of overs in the tank of the fast bowlers in the death overs that might come in play and be useful.
The middle overs have been a great phase of play for Bahrain. And remember this. Irshad has 3 different kinds of deliveries. One that spins in, one that holds its line, and one that holds its line with a lot of pace.
All you need to do, pitch it at the right areas, not too short, not too full.
Wanting to go at it with hard hands here. We'll have to stick with a single. Remember, Oman team has gone absolutely nowhere. They're watching this game very closely. They're very interested in knowing the result as it will impact their advancement in the tournament. They are the most staunch supporters of Saudi Arabia cricket team at this point.
Well, indeed, it's Bahrain who's up against 2, Saudi and Oman.
In the air, but will land shot. We'll finish with a single. At the end of 15, it's 78 for 7. We've got Mikhail in the comm box.
Helmet change. Come on, make it fast, batsman. Yeah. Batsman change in bowling, right arm over.
78 for 7. Veerapatiran 4 or 6. Haider 32 of 37. Both of them established batters. But the situation very dire, Mikhail.
But they've hung around, and that's the key. They've not caved in, not surrendered.
Shot selection will be questioned after this. Irrespective of what their notions were before this game of playing for the net run rate, the shot selection would definitely be questioned, especially with the top 3 getting out the way they did.
Yes, they're practically throwing their bats at everything that was hurled at them, and that's exactly why there needs to be some kind of plan or method into all the madness.
This is complete harakiri. Bahrain need to bail themselves out of this. These two need to bat the skins out. Can he bat out of his skin here? Veerapatiran, he's shown that he can bludgeon the ball when it's required. But Bahrain also run the risk of getting bundled out if they start their launch too early. 110 from here, they would take it with 2 hands. What do you feel? And there is the Oman side. They've gone nowhere. They're very interested in knowing the result of this game. And Saudi Arabia is on top, and that's why they can afford a smile as well. Saudi Arabia is on top. Deep inside the crease.
Oh yes, this match is of very big significance for the Oman team. They'll keep that one eye on this game. I just feel, as you pointed out, so 110, 120 will not be a difficult ask, but it will be that kind of a low-scoring target which will certainly give something to Bahrain to defend.
I want you to, oh, that's a great delivery indeed. I wanted to jog your memory back by a couple of days, or 3 days perhaps. We saw 135 and a game being made out of it by Oman. They dragged it to the last over. He's already started the assault in his mind. He wanted to go for the big shot. Missed it completely.
Oh, yes, and we did talk about the low-scoring thriller, just giving everybody a chance to come back into the game. Oh, that's chipped over. And that's as flat as it can get. Over long off for a 6. What a shot from the bat of Veerapathiran. Suhas just pointing out some time back that he can play the big hits.
I think he's decided the time has come. Usman 1 for 7. That is before this delivery. He was bowling so very well. So accurate. Misses his mark, and Veerapathiran in no mood to let this one go. He just showed it the way. Didn't even try to hit it hard. It's Usman Pace which just carried it over the fence. The assault has begun. 11 of 10 for Veerapathiran. And if he hangs around 120 is not a distant dream. Good comeback delivery by Usman. 8 runs of the over. And he's got one more over up his sleeve. 16 gone, 86 for 7 as Shoaib makes his way to the com box.
Batsman won't spray, because ball has hit him. Batsman won't spray, thank you. Navneeta, give some allowance, huh? Batsman is wanting spray, ball hit him. Shabash boys, shabash boys, shabash boys!
Atif has been introduced into the 17th over. Just broke the back of the top order with his swing and seam. 2 for 13 for him in 2. He has 2 to go. And he's up against 2 batters who are looking very good and have steadied the ship. Not completely, but have certainly brought in some sanity in this innings for Bahrain. Fuller, quick single towards long on.
Excellent Kashe.
And that's what Heather has done. He's just held one end and stopped the wickets from falling at regular intervals. And how well has Veerapathiran just come in? That 6 of the last over clearly suggested he can play some wonderful cricketing shots. They'll be eyeing something close to 110, 120. Again down the ground towards long off. Firmly struck, another single. Saudi will want to believe with this bowling effort they have created an opportunity where they can pocket 2 points, their first points. Just the right time to say good evening, Shoaib.
Good evening, Mikhail. Well, this is some comeback, at least a spirited attempt from Bahrain to get to a decent total. At one time, even 100 was looking like a distant dream. But right now, with the way Haider Ali has batted, a sensible innings coming from him, and we know Satya can bat as well. 120 on the board. and Bahraini bowlers will have something to fight in the second innings.
Oh yes, they need a cushion to bowl at, to be very honest. You need to give your bowlers something to bowl at. 120, firstly crossing the three-figure mark will be a psychological advantage. Hyder Ali 34 of 40. Taken on the full. Another single towards long off.
Well done, boy. Well done, boy. Well done, boy.
3 runs of the first 4 deliveries.
Yes, right now the primary objective of Bahrain should be to play the 20 overs out, regardless of how much they can get in those 20 overs. If they can bat the full 20 overs, I think that will be a big achievement in itself.
In the air, and what a catch! That is Usman at shot third. And I'll tell you what, that was flying to his left. He kept his eyes on the ball, on impact as well, held on to it. And this is the big wicket. Veerapatiran was looking good, but he departs.
Well, yeah, we are just discussing about them trying to play the 20 overs, and immediately there is a wicket that falls. Just opened the face of the bat at the last moment. The ball was indeed flying to his left, but Usman had different plans. He gets a very difficult catch, and Satya departs after scoring 12 of 13. Bahrain now 89 for 8.
And just when Bahrain was looking good to go across the three-figure mark, Atif strikes. He gets his third. Mohammad Butt makes his way to the middle. A best of 1. I'm sure he'll do better than that this evening. So he equals his highest score.
Excellent, excellent, boys.
17 gone, it's 90 for 8.
Excellent, excellent, Atif. Brilliant over, boy. Shabash.
Slightly. Yeah, starting middle.
Usman, after that lovely catch at shot third, comes back to bowl his fourth and final over, 1 for 13. Driven through covers. There'll be some runs over here. A couple from the bat of Mohammad Rizwan, but
Well, that was a shot that will make any top order batter proud. Looking at Mohammad Rizwan, right from the middle of the bat, great balance, and played it in the gap as well. Mohammad Rizwan but 3 of 2.
full delivery, another single. The boundaries have dried up. And even as they inch closer to the 100-run mark, Saudi at the halfway stage of this innings will want to believe that they can come back to chase down this target.
Yes, it's a good start to the first innings for Saudi Arabia. Will have to finish off well. Should take these 2 wickets quickly without conceding a lot of runs.
Oh, he's gone high, he's got handsome. This is for the photographers. No much of follow through on that. But look at that for a punch. Over long off. That's a powerful strike from Haider Ali.
Well, if there was any short arm drive, this was it. Haider Ali. No jab there, but just a beautiful shot. Look at that. Great pickup, great balance. And the ball has just sailed over the ropes for half a dozen. He moves on to 41. This has been a fighting knock from Haider Ali under pressure. And this is where you actually know the character of a cricketer, when you come under different scenarios and still perform on a consistent basis. Tonight, it has been Haider Ali with the bat. The job is not yet done though. He has to be there till the 20th over.
Has that taken the bat on the way? Anand Kumar raises his finger. Haider is not happy, but Usman's got his man. Dramatic scenes. Haider Ali was standing his ground. Usman was sure he had induced an edge. Anand Kumar was very sure that had got the bat.
Definitely a deflection. Yes, no call, and he was definitely surprised, Haider Ali, with that call, but all that has been put to rest as he's been given out. It's 99 for 9 as Haider Ali walks back after scoring 41 of 43.
Shahid Mahmood, best of 17, strike rate 120. It's all about using the long handle now. So the hundreds up on the board for Bahrain. They've crawled to the 3-figure mark. It's not been easy for them.
Well, to be honest, I think Bahrain have done well to play till the 18th over. Looking at that top order performance, anybody would have expected Bahrain to collapse. But that fighting innings from Haider Ali has brought them to this stage. A triple figure mark. One more ball to go in the 18th. Last wicket for Bahrain. Short and wide will be called what it is. And Usman will have to bowl that again.
It's been quite an over by Usman. He conceded 2 of the first ball, a single then a 6, and came back to get his man a wicket. Single and a wide now, just going too hard at the batter at this stage. That's why extra bit of pace may have resulted in that wide. Still another 13 deliveries left. If they can somehow get some bat to ball, they could still crawl to 110, 115. It's the last 2 in the middle. But Usman has been impressive this evening. Bowled with a lot of fire, pace, got the ball to move. Rizwan, he'll have a role to play with a white ball when he comes out to bowl, the highest wicket taker in the series so far. He's made an impression. But he has a different job to do at the moment. So 1 down the leg side now, 1 outside off, 1 down the leg side. So 2 consecutive wide deliveries.
I think he's trying too hard to get a wicket here. He knows it's his last ball of the spell, so putting in some extra yard of pace and trying to bowl and use his shoulders. That has resulted in him being a little wayward in his line and length. Just needs to stick to his basics. Fuller delivery, hit straight down the ground. 4 runs, but more importantly, Anant Kumar, the umpire, is safe and sound because that was hit straight at him. A 4 to end the over. Important runs coming from the bat of Mohammad Rizwan, but 18 overs, 106 for 9.
Another 12 legal deliveries left. Shahid Mahmood on strike. Atif has been so impressive with the ball this evening. 3 for 17 for him. He'll be bowling his final delivery, final over, beg your pardon. And on target as always. Extracted steep bounce early on. Got the ball to move into the right-handed batter. For Bahrain, it's been a struggle winning the toss, electing to bat first. Their decision was largely depending on the outcome of the match between Oman and Canada. Here again, it's the bounce that has just caught batters by surprise. Saudi should feel that they're very much in this contest. After having Bahrain on 106 for 9 in the 19th.
Yes, it should have been end of the innings already. Very cautiously played it towards long off.
Excellent, Rana boy.
Very cautiously played towards long off.
Rizwan has walked in and played some handsome shots down the ground. Cramping him up for some space and room. They want the second. This could be close. A direct hit. Wonder what they were running for.
Just desperate to get runs, no matter how they come. But somebody needs to remind them that it's just the last pair that's batting, and also the last hope for Bahrain to get whatever runs they can in the 20 overs. That was never a run. Singles from here on will all be bonus runs for Bahrain.
On the pads, another leg by. Just in no position whatsoever to play that big heave over mid-wicket. He can keep practicing it, Shahid, but he'll need more time in the nets for him to get that perfect. So Bahrain continue to fight on, electing to bat first. They've just not been able to get going. They've been on the service lane. They should have been on the highway by now.
Short ball. Good option to use that against the number 11. and number 10. 19 overs have been bowled, 109 for 9.
So Ishtiaq with the final over. 109 for 9 in the 19th. Another bowler who's done exceptionally well in the power play. Accounted for 2 big wickets early on. Got the ball to leave the right-handed batter. Generated pace. Some movement off the deck as well. Making some changes in the field. He has a deep square leg coming into square leg. A deep mid-wicket in position. Cover sweeper. 3 on the off inside the circle.
Should be going for the Yorker. Goes for the Yorker. It's been hit straight back. A chance for a direct hit. Not to be, will be a single. But yeah, that was a good plan and did execute it well, Ishtiaq.
I like his commitment. He does not want to give a run off his bowling. That was travelling in the follow through. Again trying to retrieve it. Didn't want to give that single whatsoever. Shahid the stumps could have been close. Yes, he was nowhere in the frame. Shahid Mahmood.
Not many direct hits we've seen from Saudi Arabia. Swing and a miss again from Mohammad Rizwan. Trying to be aggressive, has missed the line. This has been a good spell from Ishtiaq. 3.2 overs, 19 runs and 2 wickets.
Well, the seam bowlers, the Pacers have done a remarkable job in this match and credit has to go to them. They made full use of the condition. The surface has something in it for the Pacers. We saw it in the earlier game too. And Saudi Arabia, after being asked to field first, have done well. Oh, this could be curtains. Another shy at the stumps, another miss. But that's been the story today. It's been a story of hits and misses.
Well, less hits, more misses. That's the story from Saudi Arabia. Quite a few chances to get those run-outs affected. Not to be. I think the umpires are going to check for something. That hit the helmet, and that's why the physio has to come out for the mandatory concussion test.
Yes, we saw that early in the day as well with Jatinder Singh. Rizwan has to bowl as well. Good to see them smiling. These are mandatory protocols that need to be followed when the ball hits the helmet. And it's good to see that Rizwan is looking absolutely fine. Highest wicket taker in the series so far. He'll want to add a few more to his kitty. Final 3 deliveries, 111 for 9. And that's the ground stuff. Always working overtime. They've dished out a brilliant outfield. Wonderful pitches all through this tournament. Ehtisham. There they are, the full team. There he is, Ehtisham. Never short of entertainment and excitement, Shoaib.
He's a lively character, always smiling, loves his job, and he's very passionate about what he does. Always great to be around him. Gives us some tidbits about how difficult it is and how tedious it is to manage these wickets. Meanwhile, that's the Omani setup. Mr. Mazhar on to the extreme left. Sufyan Mahmood. Short ball, slower ball. Oh, in fact, that's the first that I've seen from Ishtiaq. Smart bowling, just missed the stumps, I feel. But overall, it has been one of the best bowling performances from Saudi in the entire tournament.
That was so close to crashing into the stumps. Shahid was looking to send this into orbit. He gave it everything he had. So now the plan is clear. They'll run for practically everything. That's been the discussion in the middle before this delivery. Another dot ball. A slow delivery followed by a short ball with extra pace and bounce. What an over this is turning out to be. Only one run coming from the bat. 2 dot balls, a leg byes in the final over. And that's why Saudi Arabia have stood out tonight. They have given everything they could in the field. They're catching, they're fielding, and their bowlers shining. This one's gone to Ishtiaq. Little too late. Another single, courtesy byes.
Well, that's the end of the innings as well. A single to end that first innings from Bahrain. They managed to get 112 in their allotted 20 overs for the loss of 9 wickets. Definitely below par, the score, but something to fight for. And what will motivate them the most is a chance to get in to the top 2 and play the finals tomorrow of the Mazaplay.net Desert Cup 2022. It has been a good performance. The Saudis, they have done exceptionally well in the first half, made sure that they restrict Bahrain to a score that they can chase, but that will take some doing. Bahrain just couldn't fire tonight. The batters, David, 2 of 7. Sarfaraz, the captain, scoring 14 of 8 deliveries. Imran, 7 of 5. Amir, 6 of 13. So nothing special coming out from the top order bat, and they perished like a pack of cards. The lone fighter in that Bahraini batting scorecard is Haider Ali, scoring 41 of 43 and 12 from Satya. 12 extras, which I think are a lot. And with those 12 extras, Bahrain have managed to get to 112 for 9. Looking at the bowling, quite a few bowling options used by Saudi Arabia. Pick of the bowlers, the top 4. Atif Ur-Rahman getting 3, Ishtiaq Ahmed getting 2, 2 for Usman Najib as well, and Zain, the left-arm spinner, also getting 2 wickets to his name. 4 overs, 1 maiden from Zain as well. That's how well he bowled, giving away just 10 runs. Faisal giving 17 of his 2, and Irshad bowled that 1 over, gave away 7 runs. So let's look at the highlights of that first innings, where Bahrain, after winning the toss, decided to bat first. Just couldn't take off in the 6 overs of power play. Some good shots from Sarfaraz, but that was the first wicket to fall. David was clean bowled. Atif was hit for a few runs before he got that big wicket of Sarfaraz. That was the wicket, a perfect Yorker to dismiss the captain of Bahrain. They just threw their bats all around. Imran Javed was caught at point. Another big wicket was Sohail Ahmed, the top performer for Bahrain. And since then, there was a small but very important partnership that was built, and that was important for Bahrain. Haider Ali was the only man who got some runs onto his name, 41, but other than that, it was all about Saudi Arabia and their bowlers. They fielded well as well. That was a great catch from Usman. It was an all-round performance from Saudi Arabia that has managed to restrict Bahrain to 112. A good catch from Hasib down the leg side. That was a clean hit to get the 4 runs in the penultimate over. So the news is that after the end of the first innings, Saudi Arabia have managed to get, in fact, Bahrain have managed to get 112 runs, and Saudi Arabia will need 113 runs to win this game, and also their first win in the tournament at 5.65 runs and over. We'll get that run chase to you in just a little bit, so stay tuned and do not go anywhere.
Well, there you go. We are back into the action here where it was Bahrain who won the toss and elected to bat first. They went on to post a total. They had a sluggish start, could not really go well hard on the to the bowlers, and it was the bowlers Atif and Ishtiaq, Nirfan, Zain, Nulabudin. All these bowlers has picked up these wickets, and they kept Bahrain on a back foot, and one man was scoring runs. The most runs was scored by Haider Ali with his 41, but the rest really could not deliver much on a given day. And despite they ended up scoring 112 runs, and now it's time for Saudi Arabia to showcase the talent that this is the best opportunity they can get, and that has been the bowling from Saudi Arabia. They really bowled a lot of bowlers there. They used 7 bowlers in process. So Zainul Abidin remained the pick of the bowler with just 2.5 economy and picking up 2 wickets. He ended up giving 10 in 4 overs. He's been exceptional and bowled a maiden over also. Clearly something best out coming out at the right time for Saudi Arabia here. They need 113 runs to win this game in 20 overs, and it's the pressure on Bahrain. We are really all set for that clash. The clash has been absolutely entertaining. It's the first half belongs to Saudi Arabia, and Shahid Mahmood has played 11 games and having 9 wickets on his column as well. That is Faisal Khan to open the innings. Hard hitter batter, likes to go hard at the bowlers as well. They need to be really, so it seems to be all set, and we are all set as well. Fasten your seat belt, action begins. Play is the call from the umpire, and so as Faisal is also 17 matches. He's gotten a good healthy strike rate of 170. It's the right time to announce my partner in the com box. It's Mikhail Usmani. Mikhail, all set. Maybe a chance there for an upset where Saudi might end up winning the match.
They have set it up beautifully. If Saudi Arabia don't go past Bahrain tonight, they'll have themselves to blame. All set for ball 1. Oh, Faisal Khan has made intentions clear. He begins with a 4. Saudi Arabia are in pursuit of 114. And what a start. They opened the account with an adventurous pull towards deep square leg.
Well, that's how you start things when low scoring game. You need to have a clear mindset and you play your natural game. And Faisal Khan is known for his clear hittings. He will be doing what he's known for, going hard at bowlers. What a better way to get off the mark with a boundary and the first runs for the team as well. It's Shahid who's on a receiving end. Shot, but that swung really hard. He's getting enough swing to beat the man. And now maybe Faisal need to play on the offside, rather targeting on the onside more often than not. Look at the amount of the swing. Comprehensively beat him with the swing there.
Unlike the other surfaces, Abid, this is not the one where you can just come in and play your shots. This surface has something in it for the pacers, particularly when the new ball is in operation.
Well, indeed, it's not easy to chase 113 even. And always a low scoring total is a thriller. It's wide given by the umpire. Now within the rights, I think, because you need to see the batter's reach, not that line around you. Over here, the ball kept on swinging and it was away, well away from the batter.
A little harsh on the bowler as well. But Faisal will always keep the fielders and bowlers interested. He's going to give you chances. That's because he's always going to go after the bowling.
Slip is in. Again, just not goal wide. This is offering a lot of width to batter. Any other batter would really play a drive shot through the cover, but Faisal, knowing that he want to go hard because that's the reason he's going for that big shot.
And this is where I'm trying to understand Faisal's plan. The target is pretty clear, 1-1-3. He's got a 4 of the first delivery. He can easily take a few singles, but he's going after the bowling. It's not that they're chasing 190 or 200. He can change gears, but when it comes to Faisal, it's my way or the highway, as simple as that.
Yeah, he loves to go hard at bowlers. Oh, this is straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. Yes, you mentioned it right. Absolutely, Mikhail. He knows one way, and that is go for it.
Oh yes, he's missed out on all the matches that have been played so far. And if he can come good tonight, he would have done a fair bit of work. And if he can take Saudi Arabia home, then tonight Faisal Khan will have to light up the stage as well at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Well, your career strike rate is 170. Your team relies a lot on you, and you're playing the power play as well. Again, bowled it just on that wide line, and umpire let that go off.
His initial movement is all about going after the ball. Look at that, the high back lift, readying himself for a big shot. It's at the very end that he decided, and this is the first time he's decided to let the ball go. He's missed out on all the other deliveries while trying to heave it or play big.
And I tell you, Shahid is giving a lot of width. All the batter need to do is just try to play with on the offside. This time he pulled it on the onside. There is a chase. It's quick outfield. Oh, he just saved a boundary there. And they'll take two. We might need to check that one again, but I think it is clean save. 11 at the end of first over for none, Saudi Arabia.
Keep my bat straight. Yeah, guarding middle.
Rizwan Butt coming in, and he's got 9 wickets before this encounter, playing his 6th game. It's Kashif Siddiqui, not the captain out there with his brother Abdul Ghaffar and Faisal Khan. They both are brothers.
That's an interesting piece of information to me. Abid, thank you for that. Best of 28 here for Kashif. Again flashing his blade outside the off. Oh, this can be a little harsh. Rizwan is saying, Mr. Anand Kumar, that's my first delivery. Have a heart.
Well, it's umpire's call. The final line belongs to them, and that is just angling away. A little bit of harsh call there. Yeah, it's the game of cricket. You can't complain about the umpires.
And that's why they say the line belongs to the umpire.
Yeah, indeed.
More often than not. And in this case, the bowler has absolutely no say.
Again beats that outside edge, and this is some sensational bowling now. Rizwan has done well. Now this is what we are at here. Now Mar Khalid has taken the most wickets in this Mazaplay.net Desert Cup 2021. So Rizwan is there at number 3. And he's picked up 9 wickets in the tournament so far. And mind you, this is his first tour. Good performance. Which is straight to the fielder. And now Kashif has a performance due on him. A lot has been relying on this man. He was batting at number 3. He's been promoted to open the inning as well. And he's been making those good 20s, but not getting par.
And he's looked very good in that short stay of his. A lot of promise in his innings. He's played some exquisite drives. He's played some big hits as well. He's not been able to convert it.
Today he has the time. He has the target which is favorable. At the toss, I remember, it was Abdul Wahid, the captain of Saudi Arabia, was looking to dismiss the team Bahrain below 140. Perhaps they got much better than that.
Well, Kashif has all the time, but does not look like Faisal Khan has the time the way he's batting. He's in a hurry. 10 and 6 for him, chasing 1-1-3.
Well, I think that should be the ideal way. One should go for it and the other one should anchor the inning. He tries to play that one, fish at that one. And the umpire is unmoved. So that's a legal delivery. Well, now he's not in a lot of pressure there because the targeted board is not too big. They're just 101 run away to win this game. And tell you what, this is the first half of this game is clearly belongs to Saudi Arabia. They have done a fantastic job restricting the team Bahrain. On the onside, and that's the first run for Kashif Siddiqui. He gets off the mark, and the danger man comes back on strike. Faisal Khan.
Oh, yes, this will be a good contest. One of the top wicket takers against a very aggressive batter. Faisal Khan, 10 and 6.
The final delivery of Rizwan Butt. Oh, that was a nipping into the right-hander. Got hurried on him as well. 13 runs on board for none. Saudi Arabia. A change in bowling there. They've taken out from the attack. Mahmood has been pulled out, and now it is Satya Veerapathiran. Yeah, he doesn't have a long run up, but he bowls quick.
Oh yes, he's a skiddy customer. An economy of close to 25 wickets in the 21 games for him. Still to account for a 4-wicket haul, but yes, he can be very nippy. He can extract bounce, short run up, surprise the batter with some pace on the ball. And you've got to try different things when you're defending 1-1-3. Don't let the batter settle to one bowler. Just keep changing things in the middle.
Oh, this time Kashif went for it. He was looking for the biggie. Yeah. There's been a lot of playing across the line shots down, cross-batted shot. Over here, clearly pitched outside off. There is a drive. The bowler wants you to play the drive shot. Again on the onside. This will land just at the vacant area, and they'll complete 2.
And what we've seen today on this particular surface is that there's been some juice for the pacers, the seamers. We've seen all teams lose early wickets. Oman lost 2 early wickets in Shoaib and Kashyap Kumar Prajapati. And then we saw Canada in the chase. They were reduced to 20 for 3. We saw what happened with Bahrain as well. They were all over the place. What's good here for Saudi Arabia is that they've not lost a wicket this early because the ball has done something after it has pitched on the surface. So it's very important they keep wickets when they're chasing a small total.
Well, this time he wanted to go over the bowler's head. Missed the opportunity there. But I think really Saudi need to do is keep wickets in hand. As you mentioned, it's not an easy deck to bat on. There you go. You see that? The ball is moving around, especially when it's pitched at slightly fuller. Satya is a lot quicker than he looks. Yeah, now this time he's beat him outside off. It's very important now. This is where what you need to do. Now you need to chat with your partner and understand that what the bowler is up to.
But Abid, chatting with Faisal Khan will be only one story. Go for the ball, go for it. Don't miss out on the scoring opportunities.
Oh, that just nipped into the left-hander. And got the inside edge as well.
Well, he's mixing it up really well. Satya Veerapatiran. Don't go by his run-up. That ball after pitching can really skid from the surface. And Kashif Siddiqui, 10 deliveries for his 3 runs. They can take their time, but they shouldn't be consuming too many deliveries.
Oh, he connects this time. He's gone inside out, and that will touch the rope as well. The final delivery has finally found the boundary. It's 19 for none, Saudi Arabia. Well, it's a Rizwan, but outside edge, passes the slip and goes for 4 runs. That's what Faisal Khan is known for.
The slip was in place, but Faisal needs that slice of luck which has eluded him all through the tournament. This time once again giving it a wild swing, gets a thick outside edge, over for a slip, 4 more. That was travelling, and that's why you have to place your best fielder in slips, because that can really test your reflex and speed. Faisal Khan 14 and 8. Saudi Arabia have brought that deficit to inside 100 now.
Well, this one is cracked. Picked up, sailing all over for a maximum. That will definitely dent a lot of confidence of Bahrain. That is a giant 6 on the onside.
It's a Faisal Khan show tonight at the Oman Cricket Academy. He'll not want to miss out on this. Nothing wrong in the delivery, but sometimes the surface is so good to bat that you can just play through and across the line as well. Stand and deliver. Good follow through of the bat. First 6 here for Saudi Arabia, and Faisal Khan has switched gears.
Well, when he does, he puts the opponents in pressure. He does one more time. That's upish, up and over. 2 bounces into the fence. Now Faisal Khan is on a sung. He's doing all sorts of the damage to Bahrain.
And Saudi Arabia running away with this game, much to the interest of Oman as well. I'll tell you what, 2 teams are going to win tonight, not one. And if Faisal Khan can bat the way he's doing at the moment, well, clearly it's going to create a little bit of an equation by the end of it as well. Sheer power in that 6 of his. He struck form. Maybe he saved the best for the last.
And now 24 of 10. That's what you need your openers to do in the low scoring game. So your plan is quite crystal clear that you want to go for the kill. Drop down the required run rate. That was in the arc. Has been hit into the gap. The captain is giving it a chase. And that's somehow has managed to save the boundary there. Not sweet timing on it. And they'll complete 2.
And what a turnaround in fortunes. Bahrain was looking good until they came into this game. And all of a sudden they are playing catch up. Oman almost out of the equation. Now feel they have a foot into that finishing line. And all of that courtesy a brilliant bowling effort by Saudi. And now some wonderful hitting by Faisal Khan.
Well, it's simple as that. They went against the trend. He's middling it well. This time he timed it also great. And that also pierced between the two and goes for 4. What a great looking shot this is from Faisal Khan. He's dangerous when he gets going.
I just like the late adjustment he made to that shot and pierced it through extra cover. He was looking to play big, but at the very end, he changed sides and played it and punched it down the ground. This, to me, is the shot of the evening. Control, placement, and timing. Brilliant. And they've raised to 39 in the 4th over. They're going at 10 and over when they need something close to 5. This is Saudi Arabia 2.0 version for you at the Oman Cricket Academy. And what a performance they're dishing out.
Goes big. Nailed it. Has he got all of it? No, it will just get shot from the boundary. But this over is clearly belongs to Saudi Arabia. They have hit almost every delivery out of the park. 43 for none.
Nonita, can you please repeat? Can you please repeat? How many minutes? Safi bhai, slip rakh liya.
Well, while the Kashif looking the show from the other end, well, the Faisal is dominating. Well, there is hardly any pressure now on Saudi Arabia. They feel themselves really better here. And now they're cruising over 10 runs and over. Big shout there. Umpire is unmoved, creating some sort of a pressure.
Well, Satya has beaten the bat of Kashif on so many occasions. Kashif very lucky to not find an edge. And all he needs to do is just get to the other end, because Faisal Khan is doing the bulk of the scoring. Just 4 steps into that run-up. And look how much carry and movement he gets.
And indeed, he's a great bowler, Satya. And I think Bahrain really expect a wicket from him. Nothing less than that.
Only 70 runs needed. Saudi have never found themselves in the situation in this tournament. It's for them to lose and for them to win.
Well, it is the closest what they can get to the victory. That's what I can say. That is gone towards the fine leg. And there is no protection there. It's a 4 runs. And Kashif also joins the party with hitting that boundary.
Fine legs up in the circle. Kashif gives it the entire swivel he can. Gets an inside edge onto it, and 4 from his bat as well. So it's raining runs from both the sides at the moment, as Saudi Arabia have had the best possible start in this tournament, inching towards their 50 on only the 5th over. What a start in this chase.
And now you see some movement of the deck. Satya has come back strong, but now it's that kind of a day when you don't have enough runs in the tank. You really cannot afford to get hit for boundary, even in any over. You get 4 runs, that's what is the required. Oh, top of the bails. Well, that's how you get a wicket. It all matters. It just hit the batter and crushed into the stumps. A wicket nevertheless there for Satya. He strikes.
Oh, that came back in sharply, surprised the batter with pace and bounce. Just drags it on to the stumps. He was in no position whatsoever to get behind it. As Kashif Siddiqui walks back for 11. It's been a little bit of a struggle. He's been scratchy. He goes out in the 5th over. It's 47 for 1.
It's the captain who's walked out. The 28-year-old got an experience of 13 games and a strike rate is below than 100. That's what you need. You really don't need power hitters, but he joins his brother at the center. It's the easiest thing that you need to do is just play a runner ball here. Maybe you can afford to get yourself settled there. Faisal left a little late, but made it to encounter there. 5 overs gone, 48 for 1. Change of voice here at Combox. It's Shoaib Ahmed alongside Suhas.
Slightly. Guarding middle. Bowlers coming right arm over.
5 overs gone, 48 for 1. Captain walks out. What a terrific start it's been for Saudi Arabia. There's something on it, is what the keeper believes. I think that shot was also out of frustration. Joined by Shoaib Mohammed. Shoaib Ahmed, welcome.
Thank you, Suhas. 48 for 1. They've got the start that they needed. Faisal Khan is playing an important knock in this run chase, but that ball was way away from the bat. Yes, an animated appeal, but the umpire Anand Kumar was not going to fall for it.
Sometimes he'll open the innings, sometimes come in at number 3. 65 of 89. It's the first time in the entire tournament that Saudi Arabia find themselves in a position from which they can see victory if they bat truly well. Otherwise, they've always been under pressure. Very excited about the way they started off in the first 6. Unbrazen, excellent approach, absolutely fearless.
Yes, I think they didn't have anything to lose. Maybe that's why that kind of performance did come in. They had no pressure on them, and they just came out thinking that they're going to express themselves, which they did brilliantly, especially the bowlers. We've been talking about them all throughout the tournament, and tonight they've just delivered the goods for Saudi Arabia and for Oman.
So very true. He's just decided to throw his bat at everything. He's come good today. Faisal Khan. That's been one of the worry signs that Faisal Khan wasn't performing. He's back in form. And you could just see how exciting a cricketer he is. 34 of 14. Bludgeoning the ball to all parts. There was one ball that he carries through extra cover. And for someone who usually throws his bat at it, to hit with such poise and elegance, it just told me that there's a different dimension to this batter as well. Terrific.
Yeah, he's just handcrafted for the T20 format, and especially for the power play overs. Likes to clear the ball, time the ball. This one again, wild swing, takes the edge over the slip fielder, and that's gone for 4 runs. 50 comes up for Saudi Arabia, and in what great style. It's come from the batter Faisal Khan. Today he's picked up the right bat, it seems. Every part of it is screaming runs off the outside edge, and that's why they say when you flash at it, just flash hard. A bit of luck as well was required, and that's what Saudi Arabia have got today. 53 for 1. They're dominating this game.
And this is the first time they've got people outside the ground supporting for them. A lot of Omani supporters out there hoping and wanting Saudi Arabia to win this game. As soon as that ball reached the ropes, you would see in the background a lot of people clapping and cheering for Faisal Khan. He's a hero, a local hero tonight.
And it's the most animated the dugout, their own dugout, has been the entire tournament. Big swing and a miss. Faisal Khan's playing this game of boundary or nothing. It's worked so far for Saudi Arabia. And the crowd's also pouring in because the word is out that if they want to see their home team advance in the tournament, then they've got to support the men in green. And boy, have they done a terrific job.
It's quite a decent number of people out here watching this game, hoping that Saudi Arabia cross the finishing line and get those 2 points in their kitty. He's gone over extra cover, hand off the bat, but doesn't matter because when Faisal Khan hits, they stay hit. 4 more.
A brilliant shot. He just made sure that he goes at it and just goes through with it. Last minute adjustment, the bottom hand comes off, but still enough power and timing to send it in the area that he wants to. 42, just 17. At the end of the power play, 57 for 1. Saudi Arabia completely bossed this power play thanks to this man, Faisal Khan. Swiveled to perfection, straight down the ground. One of his favorite strokes as well. Kashif chipped in too as he was there. And a bit of luck as well going Faisal Khan's way. And you need that when you're such an unabashed player. This approach has been just a treat to watch. That's how Kashif went back to the pavilion. Movement that he did not expect off the pitch. But Faisal Khan continued the assault on either side of the wicket. What a knock this is turning out to be. And Abdul Wahid, who's joined Faisal Khan right now, has got the best seat in the house as well. Genuinely get a feeling that the captain shall quietly pick up a single and leave it to Faisal Khan to go about his business while he's still in the mood. Imran Javed has been introduced into the attack with more cushion in the deep. This game's all about wickets here for Bahrain. They just cannot contain Saudi Arabia from here. 57 for 1 in the first 6. Poor delivery.
Down the leg side to start from Imran Javed. They don't have runs on the board. They don't have the liberty to bowl those extras, nor the freedom. A wicket down. Saudi Arabia, they're still looking to accelerate. And it's not just a win. They'll have to win comfortably and quickly in order to affect that net run rate of Bahrain negatively.
That's there as well. But Saudi Arabia are playing for themselves, of course. They're playing for a win. And at the end of it, the net run rate column would be closely calculated by Oman as well. 55 of 83. The approach, how much has it inspired so many people around the world? You could just think. Beautiful shot. He's threaded it through cover. He's threaded the needle there behind point. And, well, he's just pushed it further. You need a bit of luck as well. Bahrain need a bit of luck because Abdul Ghaffar has found the gap beautifully.
Well, this is the best shot that Abdul Ghaffar has played in the entire tournament. What a great looking shot. Complete control. Pierced the gap to perfection. And now that will give him some confidence. Should build on that.
And how does he build on it? He's got the same field. 2 men for the cut shot as well. Straight down the ground. This is asking for trouble. Is there more glorious a shot in the book of cricket?
On drives are special for a reason.
Well, edit that previous comment from me. I said that was the best shot. Not anymore, because this one is right up there. What a great looking shot that is. Spectacular, fantastic, mind-boggling, and an amazing shot from the bat of the captain.
And the beauty lay in the fact that he didn't try hard for it. He just left the bat on its own. Yeah, there's one man trying to take the leather of the ball, the other one caressing it.
Contrasting styles of play. Abdul Wahid Ghaffar, the more elegant of the two. Faisal Khan, the destroyer.
He's getting the job done. Both of them are getting the job done. One's
Absolutely.
pleasing to the eye and one's pure fireworks. One's blade is speaking runs.
Dot ball, a rare dot ball. We haven't seen that in this innings, at least from Faisal Khan.
He just figured out there is that denomination as well in this game. 42 of 18. And just imagine if this player would have gotten going earlier on in this tournament. That's got height. That's got enough distance as well. Perhaps just inside. No, it's landed beyond the ropes. Faisal Khan's having a party. Anyone in Oman's invited. 48 of 19. Where was this bat hiding?
Well, yes, truly a special knock. They saved the best for the last. And Faisal Khan, on his last game of the tournament, has shown his class and caliber. Absolute carnage here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Absolutely, there were so many things. There were so many things bubbling inside him. 73 for 1. Ask him to be back on air.
No, with the over. You didn't say the over only.
Huh?
No, over bola hi nahi, end of the over.
But over break भी नहीं बोला ना उन्होंने.
थोड़ी बोलते हैं break लो करते.
अच्छा हाँ यहाँ नहीं बोलते करेक्ट. 73 for 1 in 7 overs. Imran Javed was introduced, remained for 16. Danish Jasnaik has been introduced. Everyone's gone for runs today, Shoaib. Everyone's gone for runs. He's picked up a wicket in 5 games that he's played. The economy is slightly higher, but he's got a good wrong.
Oh, that's been smacked. That's been smoked. That is another 6 from the bat of Faisal Khan. He looks in a hurry. I think he's hungry. Wants an early dinner.
He is having a feast out there. He's having a ball. What a way to reach the half century. Faisal Khan just marginally shot that one from Jasnaik, and he's put it behind, put it in front of him, but way ahead and out of the ropes, out of this one. Beautiful shot once again. When he hits it, it stays hit indeed. 55 of 21. It's one of the fastest half centuries we've seen in Mazaplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I series. Faisal Khan, no big surprise there, or no big celebrations there. Just a raise of hand. Attendance marked.
Well, he knows it was long due, and he must be feeling a little disappointed with himself that he couldn't score runs earlier on in the tournament when it mattered more. But I think he also recognizes that it's not a job that is done yet. He will want to finish it off. That's very watchful and very unusual and very unlike Faisal Khan.
As you say, he wants to finish it off. He's defending a good ball. For the first 6 overs, it felt like good ball or bad ball. It doesn't deserve to stay in the ground. That slight shift in approach perhaps comes from assumed responsibility. Good delivery by Danish Jasnaik. Runs of the first half of the over. 9 of it. 8 gone, 82 for 1. Faisal Khan, 55 of 23, has set Oman Cricket Academy alight. And Abdul Wahid Ghaffar, he himself has stroked some beautiful boundaries, back to back as well. You've got to be careful of Veerapadiran's delivery that comes back in after pitching. He doesn't move the ball much in the air, but after pitching, there's a lot of movement indeed. The left-handed opener, Siddiqui, he tasted the medicine of Veerapadiran, especially the one that jacked back in, left him with no option. That just hit the bail, and that's the minimum disruption you could do to the set of furniture to send a batter back. Catch it is the call. This could have been taken. That's the opportunity that Faisal Khan's eventually given. But again, with Faisal Khan, you're expecting long on and long off to get activated for a catch, not the bowler himself.
He's the last fielder who's expecting a ball straight back at him.
Correction, that wasn't a catch. There was half an opportunity indeed, but not a catch at all. And Veerapadiran has decided he doesn't have a big run-up, neither does he have a big follow-through. .30 of 70. This is one-way traffic, Saudi Arabia. He fell too early. Stick to a single nonetheless. Abdul Wahid Ghaffar. From here on, his approach shall be nurdle the ball around. If it's there, then let that go for four. Let that go for four. Otherwise, nurdle the ball around. Give the strike to Faisal Khan. Again, the one that jacks back in.
Yeah, and that unusual bounce that you can see on this wicket, which we haven't seen before here at Oman Cricket Academy. Look at that steep bounce and some movement off the deck as well. Will need some attention, I reckon. The man with the magic spray in his hand comes out.
Muhammad Ali is the man indeed. He's got a lot of experience working as a strength and conditioning coach as well. He's worked really hard on the boys for this particular tour, giving them tailor-made results of what they need to do, and also tailor-made exercises that target certain areas which they have to improve. Just tells you the amount of effort put in by not just Muhammad Ali but the board itself in ensuring that the players get to the next level.
Well, I think the credit has to go to everyone, the entire staff, the players who've come out here and who've given their best, the board to allow them and to send these teams here in Oman. It has been a carnival amongst these four teams, and we couldn't have asked for anything more or anything better from all these athletes.
It's been a carnival indeed. It's been very colourful. 14 of 12, Abdul Wahid Ghaffar. He's allowed to play a quieter innings today as well, isn't it?
Shot and just played straight to the backward point fielder. No chance for a run. A dot ball to end the 9th over. 29 more needed for Saudi Arabia to win the first game of the tournament. 84 for 1.
Shaba 29 required of 11 overs. He's bludgeoned this. He just climbed into this. Faisal Khan, with a lot of authority, has hit this big scoreboard and asked for 6 runs.
Well, it has been a Faisal Khan show tonight. All the other players are just mere spectators. That was not too short, but short enough for Faisal to rock back and play it over cow corner for 6. This is Faisal Khan's universe, and we are just living in it.
And there you go. Man in the deep. Oh, has he completed the catch? Veer President soon realized that the boundary is fast approaching. It's one of the better efforts for sure. And it required an effort like that to stop this man from collecting 6 more.
Brilliant effort. I think it was a spectacular effort from Satya, realizing where his feet were, realizing where the boundary ropes were, and just the game awareness that you need to release the ball before crossing the ropes. So definitely a valiant effort. Had he taken that catch, that would have been the catch of the tournament.
One of the catches, definitely, for sure. I mean, look at this one. I think when he caught the ball, that's when he prayed that may the boundary rope be as far as possible, because he knew he's pulled off something terrific. And that's when he looked at it and said, no, I can't hold on to it before falling to the other side. He had no support on at least 20 yards on either side of him. You
Yeah.
knew it, Shoaib.
In hindsight now, when you're seeing at the replay, he could have just maybe thrown the ball up in the air instead of throwing it down. All this is just asking for too much, I know, but
You really wish he was as athletic as you or me, you know? No, not at all. He's terrific.
well, definitely a great effort. Just
What an effort.
thinking of ways that he could have converted into a catch and, made us marvel that effort.
Absolutely. Give him a jetpack for that jersey. Must help. Now, we've seen that Faisal Khan can bat 63 or 27. And we've also understood that Abdul Wahid's decided to speed the strike to him. It's just a question of how long this game's going to carry on. He's been kept busy there, Veerapatinan. And for a change, he didn't have to lift off.
Now that was hit straight towards long off, just wide of the long off fielder. Will be a single. Now Danish will be happy to bowl to Abdul Wahid Ghaffar as he nudges it again towards. Oh, that's been played well in the gap. No chance. Absolutely brilliant timing on that. And the placement was impeccable as well. So Abdul Wahid Ghaffar is also coming to the fore in this game, in this run chase. And finally, we can see Saudi Arabia playing like a team.
A terrific shot, this one as well. And I just love the way that these two complement each other. They play a lot of cricket together in the same club as well. Abdul Wahid Ghaffar, 19 of 15 for him. A great job by Danish. At the halfway stage, 97 for 1. 97 for 1 at the halfway stage, but looks like it's not the halfway stage for the game. Joined by Mikhail Vaswani in the com box. Longdew, welcome, welcome.
Well, you talk about halfway stage, but it's been a one-way story tonight, Suhas. There.
And that's one way to show how stand and deliver works. And this time Shahid can just put his hand up and expect the ball to fall into his lap. That's not the case.
And I'll tell you what, a camera person, Adil, as well, was running for cover. That was being targeted right at him. What an innings Faisal Khan has played this evening. Unbeaten 70 runs. Stand and deliver, swivel. Almost in that direction.
Runs required in single digits. Vintage Faisal Khan's back. The Faisal Khan who was seen against Marsool Sisi, he is back. He scored a terrific 77 of 26 when the team was about 30 for 2. Abdul Ghaffar, who's batting with him right now, went for a duck in that game. So much pressure and he delivered. The vintage Faisal Khan, he's back indeed. 71 of 30. The world should take notice.
It also goes to show how dependent they are on Faisal Khan.
Yeah.
He starts well, Saudi looks good, as simple as that.
And that's why we were harping as commentators on the same point. That Faisal Khan's not performing, and that's dampening the spirits of Saudi Arabia. And also dampening the chances of Saudi Arabia. He's bloomed a little late in the tournament.
It's more like a yearly bonus. You want somebody who will get you the monthly incomes.
Well done. Welcome to my reference game, my friend. This is why we love commentary together. Oh yes, that is a cracking hit indeed. It was never a question of 6 or no. It was just a question of how far is it going to go and when are we going to try and retrieve it. Onto the rooftop once again.
Look at that for execution. Look at that for power. Again, gives it the wild swing and the swivel. Tonight, it's been a Faisal Khan show.
In a run chase, you do not see usually batters feel sad by the fact that there are no more runs to score. There's just 2 more to get. And Faisal Khan would be saying, with the form that I'm in, give me 7 balls, I'll reach a century. And that's straight enough. That's hard enough. And that will be good enough as well to pick up a win for Saudi Arabia. The first in the tournament, and a message sent to all the other teams as well. This is what Saudi cricket is all about.
Well, certainly they saved the best for the last at least. Faisal Khan showed up tonight. It's the bowlers who set it up as well for Saudi Arabia. Put into field. They got that ball to move under lights. Bahrain were all over the place. And it could well be heartbreak for them as well to have come so close yet so far. But Saudi Arabia, the men in green, have risen on the big stage tonight and have shown what it takes to put a win across one of the finest teams in the tournament.
Absolutely. As we put the calculations on as well in our mind, there would be smiling Oman team wherever they're watching it from, as Saudi Arabia win by a massive 9-wicket margin. It's incredible indeed, and that's what you get a Desert Cup T20I series brought to you by Mazaplay.net. Cricket of the highest caliber. You have to bow down to this man who was excellent. Just tip your hat to this man, Faisal Khan. One-man show it was as far as the run chase is concerned. He dented the confidence of the opposition and then put a full stop to the game as well.
And I'll tell you what, in all probability, it could be a case where 2 teams are winning tonight. And in the process, Saudi Arabia has opened up a door where Oman can put that 1 foot across the finishing line. And in all of it, the story says that there's a little bit of heartbreak as well. And that's the men in red may just have to finish 3rd or 4th in this tournament. This after they were looking good to make it to the top 2.
Absolutely, because they were peaking at the right time. So Hale came to the picture. The captain was back in form as well. Bowling started to click. But one poor game and a lot of uncertainty as to whether they'll go forward or no in the tournament. That didn't bring the best out of them.
And in hindsight, you'll always want to, as Sarfaraz Ali, look back at the toss, Suhas. Did I take the right call of batting first tonight? That's one thing that'll play on his mind.
It was very surprising indeed. It was almost a template that you win the toss and choose to bowl first because it comes onto the bat nicely. And how well did it come off the bat of this man? 81 of 32. Faisal Khan remains unconquered. Waheed with his 20 assists in this run chase. What a knock by Faisal Khan. Take a bow.
Well, no much success here for the Bahrain bowlers. Just the 1 wicket to fall, Veerapatiran, but by the time he got it, it was a little too late in the day. Most of them going over 10 and over. It's been that kind of a match where Saudi Arabia just came out all guns blazing, bat ball and in the field, took their catches, and the night has belonged to them. And you should actually stand up and applaud this performance. Just the one wicket that fell at the score of 47, or otherwise Faisal Khan ensured that he takes his team through and give them the 2 points and give the dugout as well a reason to smile when they came out to shake hands with the opposition.
This is the highlights of the game. Just in case you're wondering, it's highlight of Faisal Khan because he's going to feature in it a lot of times. I just love the fact that this man, when he hits it, it stays in, and he's such a clear striker of the ball. I think it was Kashif in between, just so that he doesn't feel missed out. Beautiful shots all throughout, and no half measures, as you also suggested early on. No half measures, absolutely clear in his mind what he wants to do. This was Veerapatiran's moment of success, but that was it. Off the edge of the shoulder, the face of the bat, no matter which part of the willow it struck, it travelled the distance for 4 or 6. Abdul Wahid in between was punctuating this run chase with beautiful drives of this kind. And then we went back to bludgeon mode. Faisal Khan and that white ball, it just didn't like each other. They just don't. It travelled a long way. Wahid kept on playing down the ground, and Faisal Khan took the aerial route. If that wasn't enough, 2 more were required. He said, all right, shots of this kind will take us closer and closer. And this is the winning hit indeed. It was a slower delivery, and perhaps that's why Faisal suggested it went to the boundary rope a little slower than expected. It went there nonetheless.
And even as we speak about Faisal Khan's contribution, we must not forget the impact the bowlers made up front with the ball for Saudi Arabia. Atifur 3 for 19 for him, Zainul 2 for 10, and Ishtiaq 2 for 19, as Bahrain were restricted for 112 for 9.
It's not easy to restrict Bahrain for 112. Just tells you the quality that they brought to the fore today. And Saudi Arabia, their reply with the bat in hand. Absolutely magnificent Faisal Khan. 81 not out of just 32 balls. And Abdul Wahid Khafar, 20 not out of 17. This is an effort that sealed the deal indeed. Saudi Arabia win by 9 wickets. All in all, a great game of cricket. And we would expect who the player of the match would be. But we'll go down to the post-match presentation with Abid to take you forward.
Well, it seems to be the two teams have won the game today. It was Oman who was looking very closely to this encounter that we just had here. It was Saudi Arabia playing against Bahrain, and Bahrain was put on. I mean, they won the toss and they decided and to go against the trend, and they opted to bat first. And boys, they kept on this last game, Saudi Arabia, in the tank to deliver when it matters the most. It was all the way Saudi Arabia. They have ticked all the boxes. They played some quality cricket. For Bahrain, they played really well throughout the tournament, but on the final occasion, one last day, they could not deliver. It was, to talk in detail for more about that, I'll need the captain of the Bahrain, Sarfraz. Please join me here. Sarfraz, पहले बैटिंग ली फैसला ठीक था?
फैसला तो अच्छा था पहले बैटिंग ली, क्योंकि हमारी जो सिचुएशन थी ऐसी थी, हमें मैच तो जीतना था, लेकिन वो बैड लक पार्ट टाइम गेम।
कहाँ से मैच आपको मतलब लगा कि यहाँ से मैच जा रहा है आज से?
हमारा मैच बैटिंग फ्लॉप हो गई, पूरी बैटिंग फ्लॉप हो गई।
बड़ा क्लोज आके आ रहे हैं यहाँ तक आए हैं टूर्नामेंट में, लेकिन यहाँ से काफ़ी पॉजिटिव से आपकी टीम ने थ्रू आउट टूर्नामेंट बहुत अच्छा खेला।
बस अभी ये बात है, अभी सीखना पड़ेगा थोड़ा बहुत।
Well said, perfectly, सीखना पड़ेगा. Yes, very well done, and good luck for the upcoming game as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, and now it's time for me to invite the captain of Saudi Arabia, someone who's really happy today, Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar. Please join me here. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that thank you from Team Oman. They've been waiting here for you.
Yeah, to be honest, like we were waiting for this winning since last 5 days, 5 matches. But the guys, we are just waiting for this one winning ratio. But however, we got some more confidence from the next matches. But however, the tournament has been finished. So I hope this match has been happened before. But it's a part of cricket. We just learn from today's matches and this tournament.
Well, maybe the crowd has been cheering for your team, has got you boys excited.
Yeah, I would like to thanks to all the spectators. Actually, we have been very happy to see them. The crowd, they are cheering, and each ball they have just cheering in. So we were boosted up through because of those guys.
Well, your bowlers delivered, your batters delivered, fielders was okay. Where do you think you had the game in control?
To be honest, like our boys, bowlers, all credit goes to bowlers first. They have bowled in a very disciplined mood, and it's all about like in T20 cricket, it's all about like discipline. And as we said, last couple of matches we have missed couple of we have given couple of chances. So today they have catch like a couple of unexpected catches. So this is how cricket is all about. And plus, all credit goes to Faisal as well. He has played his natural game, and we have just shown our game.
Well, excellent show, and we continue looking forward to for similar performances from you. Good luck.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it was the captain is definitely overjoyed with his boys' performance. Now coming into the phase when we talk about the performances by individuals. But before that, I would like to call Mr. Jeevan Amanna, the match referee, join me here at the post-match presentation to give the Player of the Match award. And now the Player of the Match award was quite few contenders, but one man who's really done exceptional job with the bat in hand. It's Faisal Khan, the hard-hitting opening batter. Faisal, please come and collect your Player of the Match award. He played exceptionally well, scored 80 runs or almost. फैसल कोई प्रेशर नहीं था, ऊपर से आए और पहली बॉल से ही स्विच ऑन नजर आए.
सबसे पहले ये था कि पहले 5 मैच थोड़े फॉर्म में नहीं थे, तो आज अपने नेचुरल गेम के लिए और पिच ने थोड़ा सपोर्ट किया, तो बस इंशाल्लाह स्कोर हो गया.
आपने कहा पिच ने सपोर्ट किया, कि पिच था इजी बैट करना, अगली टीम तो 112 पे ढेर हो गई थी.
शुरू में ये था कि पिच थोड़ी कंफर्टेबल नहीं था, जब बॉल थोड़ी बैटमैनी शुरू हुई तो फिर इजी लगना शुरू हो गया.
कैसा मोमेंट है ये अपनी टीम को जिताते हुए?
खुशी बहुत है, लेकिन थोड़ा लेट स्टार्ट हुआ है. इंशाल्लाह कोशिश होगी कि अगले में शुरू से स्टार्ट हो और थोड़ी टीम को परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी मिले.
Looking forward for many more performances like that. Well done, Faisal.
थैंक यू सर, बहुत शुक्रिया.
Well, it is been a clinical performance. The day belongs to Saudi Arabia and Oman. So we'll go back to you guys in the comm box.
Thank you very much, Abid. Oh, what a game of cricket we had, and that's the result of what happened today on the cricket ground. Canada and Oman have qualified. 10 points for Canada as they won 5 out of their 6 encounters, in Oman with 3 wins and 3 losses. But because of their net run rate, will qualify and now will be thanking not just Saudi Arabia, but the 9-wicket win they had initially as well to boost that net run rate, and a 106 run or 105 run margin as well to boost that net run rate. So all in all, out of the quadrangular 4 teams we had, we got Canada and Oman advancing in the finale tomorrow. And the confirmation, these are the matches we have for you tomorrow. For the 3rd position at 4 o'clock local time, it'll be Bahrain take on Saudi Arabia. A repeat of what we saw today, but not in terms of performances maybe, or result maybe. They'll try and come back hard with Bahrain, and then comes the big finale at 8 p.m. local time. It's going to be the local team, Oman versus Canada. Well, all in all, it's been a great day of cricket and a wonderful day of broadcast as well. We enjoyed bringing it to you, and I hope you really did as well watching this. That's all we have for you from Oman Cricket Academy. It's goodbye and good night. Until tomorrow.